Be honest with me for a second. You wake up with a plan. Today I'll study. Today I'll be productive. Today I'll finally get serious. And then, nothing. Phone in your hand, time slipping away, tasks delayed again. At night, guilt hits harder than the work ever did. And the worst part? You start calling yourself lazy. But listen to me carefully. You are not lazy, and this video might change how you see yourself forever. Because if you were truly lazy, you wouldn't feel guilty. You wouldn't feel frustrated. You wouldn't be watching this right now. So stay with me. Let me tell you what's really going on. Think about a normal student morning. Alarm rings, you snooze it once, then twice, then you finally wake up already tired. Not because you didn't sleep, but because your brain never rested. Your phone was the last thing you saw at night and the first thing you touched in the morning. Messages, reels, notifications. Your brain starts the day in reaction mode. Science calls this dopamine overload. When you scroll first thing in the morning, your brain gets cheap dopamine, fast rewards, no effort. So when it's time to do something hard, study, focus, think, your brain says, why bother? Not laziness, it's a dopamine crash. Quick fix you can do tomorrow morning. Don't change your whole life, just delay your phone. For the first 30 minutes after waking up, no social media. Even if you just sit on your bed, even if you feel bored. That boredom is your brain resetting. And that alone can give you more focus than motivation videos ever will. Now let's move into the middle of the day. This is where most students lose the battle. You sit down to study, books open, laptop ready, and suddenly your mind feels heavy. You read the same line 5 times. Nothing goes in. So you think, I'm lazy. I can't focus. But here's the truth. Your brain is tired, not weak. Most students are mentally exhausted, not unmotivated. Classes, assignments, family pressure, future anxiety. Your brain is processing too much. Psychology calls this decision fatigue. Every small decision drains energy. What to study, where to start, how long to study. By afternoon, your brain is done. So it escapes. YouTube, games, sleep. Not because you don't care, but because your brain wants relief. Here's a simple shift that works. Stop asking, how long will I study? Ask, what is the smallest thing I can do? Not 3 chapters, not 2 hours, just 5 minutes. Open the book, read 1 page, solve 1 question. This reduces mental resistance. And once you start, momentum kicks in. Motivation doesn't create action. Action creates motivation. Remember that. Now, let's talk about the evening. This is where self-hate usually shows up. You look back at your day, nothing meaningful done, and that voice appears. You wasted another day. You're falling behind. You'll never change. That voice is dangerous because it doesn't push you forward, it paralyzes you. Neuroscience shows that shame shuts down the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus and planning. So the more you insult yourself, the harder it becomes to improve. You don't need discipline, you need self-respect. Here's a small evening habit. Before sleeping, write down 1 thing you did right today. Even if it's small. I attended class. I didn't quit completely. I watched a video to improve.
This rewires your brain to see progress instead of failure. And progress builds confidence. Now let's talk about something deeper. Burnout. Most students don't realize they're burned out. They think burnout only happens to adults with jobs. Wrong. Burnout happens when effort feels invisible. You study, but results don't show. You try, but life doesn't change. So your brain disconnects emotionally. It's a protection mechanism. Your mind says, if effort hurts, I'll stop caring. And from the outside, it looks like laziness. But inside, it's exhaustion. The solution is not pushing harder. It's changing how you measure success. Stop measuring success by outcomes, marks, rank, results. Measure success by consistency. Did I show up today? Did I try again? That's real growth. Let me tell you a quick real example. There was a student who failed the same subject twice. Everyone labeled him lazy. But when we looked deeper, he wasn't studying randomly. He was overwhelmed by the syllabus. So we broke it down. One topic a day. No pressure, no comparison. 6 months later, he passed. Nothing magical changed. He stopped fighting his brain and started working with it. That's what you need to do. Now, let's talk about focus. Most people think focus is a personality trait. It's not. Focus is an environment. If your study space has distractions, your brain will choose the easiest reward. That's human nature. So instead of blaming yourself, change the environment. Put your phone in another room. Use one tab only. Sit in the same place daily. Your brain loves patterns. Same place, same time, same setup. Over time, focus becomes automatic. No motivation required. And finally, let's talk about mindset. This is important. You don't hate hard work. You hate pointless work. You don't lack motivation. You lack clarity. When you don't know why you're studying, your brain resists. So ask yourself one honest question. What kind of life do you want in 5 years? Not society's answer. Yours. Freedom? Stability? Respect? Connect your daily effort to that future. Studying then becomes meaningful, not painful. Listen, you are not broken. You are not lazy. You are overwhelmed, overstimulated, and tired. And that can be fixed. One small habit, one small win, one day at a time. If this video made you feel understood, you're not alone. Like the video so it reaches someone who needs it. Subscribe if you want real, practical guidance. Share it with a friend who's silently struggling. And remember this: you don't need to become someone else. You just need to work with the brain you already have. I believe in you.